What if the ordinary quarter sitting in your change jar right now is quietly carrying a forgotten piece of American history, and collectors are still hunting for the right ones? Look closer. That 1979 Washington quarter in your hand, or the one in this image, looks like every other coin that once jingled in pockets across the country. Yet something about it pulls you in. The worn edges, the soft silver-gray glow under light, the quiet dignity of George Washington's profile staring left, the word Liberty arched above him, and that bold date, 1979, stamped at the bottom. On the reverse, the eagle spreads its wings with fierce pride, clutching arrows and an olive branch, the words United States of America and quarter dollar wrapping around it like a promise. This is not a rare error coin. It is not a secret silver piece, but it is something more powerful. A tangible fragment of a specific moment in time that millions of people once touched, and almost no one stopped to really see. Let's go back. The year is 1979. Disco still echoes in clubs. The Iran hostage crisis is about to grip the nation. Gas lines stretch for blocks. And the United States Mint is striking hundreds of millions of these quarters, copper nickel-clad coins meant to circulate freely, to buy newspapers, pay for parking, and disappear into cash registers without a second thought. No one imagined that decades later, people would hold them under magnification, searching for hidden details, grading them, and feeling a strange emotional pull towards something so ordinary. The design itself is pure American storytelling. John Flanagan's 1932 portrait of Washington still graces the obverse, calm, resolute, almost stern. Beneath the chin, you can still make out the faint motto "In God We Trust" on many surviving examples. The reverse eagle, also Flanagan's work, stands with wings fully open, a visual declaration of strength and peace, held in tension. Look carefully at the details most people ignore. The fine feather texture on the eagle's wings, the subtle ribbon that binds the arrows and olive branch, the precise lettering of E pluribus unum floating above the bird. On well-preserved coins, these elements still catch light. On heavily circulated ones, they soften into gentle shadows, like memories fading at the edges. Mint marks matter. Most 1979 quarters carry no mint mark at all. They were struck in Philadelphia. Others bear a small D for Denver. Proof versions from San Francisco carry an S and were never intended for circulation. None of these are extreme rarities. Billions of Clad quarters from the late 1970s entered commerce. Yet high-grade survivors, coins that somehow escaped heavy wear, still command attention from collectors who understand condition is everything. That is the quiet truth about coin collecting. Value is not always about absolute scarcity. It is about survival in beauty. A 1979 quarter-graded MS-65 or higher with full original luster and sharp details can interest specialists. One that spent years in pockets, worn smooth and gray, is worth face value. The difference is not mystery or conspiracy. It is simply how gently life treated that particular piece of metal. Collectors feel something deeper than numbers. They feel connection. Holding a 1979 quarter is like touching the year your parents got married, or the year a grandparent retired, or the year you were born. The coin becomes a time capsule. It carries the oil from countless hands, the vibration of vending machines, the soft clink against other change in a pocket. That emotional attachment is what keeps people searching through old jars and inherited collections long after the pure financial incentive has faded. Close your eyes for a moment and picture it. A late 1970s kitchen table, a child counting coins for a candy bar, a worker dropping a quarter into a payphone, a soldier overseas receiving a letter and finding a few American quarters among the foreign currency. Every one of those moments left a microscopic mark on the metal. The coin absorbed them. And now it sits in front of you, waiting to be noticed again. Hidden details reward the patient eye. On many 1979 quarters, you can still see the designer's initials JF near the truncation of Washington's neck. The reeded edge, when examined under light, shows the tiny parallel lines that once helped prevent shaving of precious metal, though by 1979, the coin was pure clad. Surface marks, bag marks, and the soft cartwheel luster on uncirculated examples all tell stories of how the coin traveled from the mint to the world and back into someone's careful hands. Condition and grading remain the quiet gatekeepers of value. Professional services examine strike quality, surface preservation, and eye appeal. A coin that looks ordinary to the casual glance can reveal surprising sharpness under magnification. Collectors learn to read those signs the way others read faces. They develop an almost intimate relationship with the metal. And that is where the real story lives. Not in inflated prices or invented rarities, but in the slow, steady human impulse to keep and protect pieces of the past. Coin collecting is not only about money. It is about memory, craftsmanship, and the strange comfort of holding something that outlasted the people who once used it every day. So here is the question that stays with you long after the video ends. What if the next time you receive change, you pause for just 3 seconds, look at the date, and wonder whose hands held that coin before yours? Would you set a 1979 quarter aside just in case it carries a story you have not heard yet? Or would you let it slip back into circulation, another silent traveler moving through the world? Tell me in the comments. Have you ever found a coin that felt more important than its face value? I want to hear your stories. If this quiet history of an everyday quarter moved you even a little, stay with us. There are more coins waiting, more forgotten years, more hidden details, more moments when ordinary metal becomes something worth remembering. Subscribe, and let's keep looking together.